Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm the Timmeister and welcome back to Dunswell. We start off this episode by overlooking the city's downtown and it looks magnificent, but it also could use a little bit of work to improve on it. So this episode, I'm solely going to focus on the downtown area and we're going to revamp it and totally redesign it just to make it look a lot better. So if we look, oh, I don't know what happened there. I just saw a wave of smiley faces, but we're going to assume it's good. Now, I'm going to pause the simulation. As we stand, we're at 29,500 people, so 500 people to go before our next milestone. Now, before I start doing anything in this episode, because I will be destroying a lot of homes, I think I'm just going to take this opportunity. Just because, you know, we're 500 people short of getting our next milestone, I think I should just take the opportunity to get there, you know, before starting to destroy downtown, because we're going to make a little bit of a mess in this episode. Oh, what's wrong over here? Are we missing a connection? Oh, yeah. Not really sure what happened there. I'm just gonna delete this line and then I'll go into my metro settings and I'll just place the metro down again. I've never gotten like the hang of like messing around with these lines. If a line screws up for whatever reason, it's just better to delete it and then redo it. And then I'm gonna change this to blue again. There, so now we have access to all of those stations. Perfect. Now let's rush our way to 30,000 people to unlock the next milestone. And then we can at least have like the extra square and all the other perks that it comes with. And residential demand is pretty low right now. I don't know how well this is going to work out. 400 people to go. And the funny thing is I'm not even going to get into, I'm not even going to use like any of the perks that we're going to get this milestone. It's really just to unlock it, because I know that after this episode, it's going to knock us back a few thousand, because we're going to get rid of a lot of these skyscrapers. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of them, but enough to make a sizable impact on our population. Maybe I should just like zone some high density, maybe? I don't know, demand is so small at this point. But we're nearly there. 300 people to go. And, oh yeah, it looks like we might have a little bit of a poop problem. Or not, well, yeah, a garbage problem. Weird. Let's check that out. Garbage processing status is still good. Landfill usage is a little high. I think it might just be a case of, you know, garbage trucks didn't make their way here yet, but it looks like they just did, so I think we're okay. Oh yeah, and another thing too. Let's check our power. Yeah, our power availability is not doing so great. So, you know, while we're cruising away here, getting ourselves to 30,000 people, I'm going to go ahead and plop down a solar updraft tower. Now, while snooping around the city after doing last episode, I noticed that we were getting pretty low on power. So I decided to just place a new power plant down in this episode. So we got the solar updraft tower a while ago, which output 240 megawatts, which is a lot more than the best thing we had before, which outputs 120. So literally one power plant equals 2 oil power plants. There, so 200 people to go. We are almost there. What I think is kind of weird is like over in this corner, for example, it kind of feels like it's out in the suburbs, but I have a feeling that, you know, once downtown really starts to pick up, and you know, space becomes a concern, we're gonna have to start to expand downtown over in these parts of the map. So eventually, like almost this entire island may eventually become skyscrapers, or Maybe not all skyscrapers, but it's going to change a lot. Lay down some commercial zones. Oh my god, we're going down in population. What's going on? With all these new folks moving into town. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip ahead. Because, you know, we're basically just waiting on the population now. Keeps going up and down. It's weird. Okay, guys, we're just about there. 15 people to go. Keeps bouncing up and down. Boom, there we go. Capital City. All right, so let's briefly go what we've just unlocked. So a new square, which I'm really excited about. We have a ship service. We finally have the university campus. So I think we officially have every education building unlocked. Universal education, a new policy, and then some new roads. Oh, and finally the eco water treatment plant, some football stadium. Oh yeah, and the advanced water inland treatment plant. So this is a really good win. And a harbor as well. So that's going to be useful. Cargo harbor as well. Perfect. So next, I'm going to pause the game because we're going to dip way below 30,000 in just a few minutes here. First thing that I want to do, I just noticed that I unlocked all of the unique buildings, and included with these unique buildings as part of the, I think it's the Japanese content creator pack, we have access to a ton of very beautiful buildings that would go nicely in our downtown area. So I'm gonna plop not all of these down, but most of these down to get, you know, a real central business district looking area. And the first building I should go with, let's just start off with the tallest buildings first. And we're gonna go for the high-rise office building. A high-rise office building for big companies. And what these buildings do, they don't really serve a big purpose other than drawing tourists to the city. So as you can see, they have a visitor capacity of 450. They have a pretty high entertainment value of 90. And, you know, they do create a decent amount of noise pollution, but, you know, that's not the end of the world. But the challenge now is going to be deciding where these buildings are going to go. I'm going to focus the central business district more in this specific area. So right now, if you look at the skyline, the tallest buildings are kind of concentrated over here. And a lot of these buildings I really like. In fact, a few of them I marked as historical, and I'm probably going to mark some more of them very shortly. But these buildings I don't really care about. They're all kind of generic. And these are, they cause a lot of issues because most of this is commercial zoned. I'm going to be rezoning a lot of this into offices, both. Well, first of all, I want the IT cluster that I was talking about to be in this zone as well, kind of mixed in with our unique buildings. And two, eliminating a lot of this commercial zone. That's going to reduce the amount of noise pollution that's going on here. So, you know, everybody's going to hopefully stop complaining about the noise issues. So first, let's get all our unique buildings placed down. And where should we start with that? This building is kind of unique. It's not super tall, but it's just tall enough. Oh yeah, right here would be all right. I'm kind of looking out not to destroy like entire blocks, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world if I do. Wonder if there's room over here. Should I place this building over here? Actually, I think I might place it here. What building is this? The Institute of Creative Arts. Actually, I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to place this really tall skyscraper. Yeah, I'm going to place it there. That looks kind of cool. And next, we have an office skyscraper. Oh my god, it's even taller than the last building we just placed. And this guy's a little chunky as well. It's probably not going to fit everywhere. Oh, but it might fit here if I move the bus depot. And actually, I had a commenter outlining that I should move this bus depot right beside the bus station, of course, just to make things a little bit more efficient. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to extend the street out like this. And then I think... Oh, perfect. The bus depot fits perfectly in behind here. And I think, having done that, this building will now fit in this block. Perfect, look at that. But does this building look nice here? I don't know. Let's try it. Yeah, I think that looks all right. That looks pretty cool. And one thing too, over here is going to be like a big harbor area, so we're going to have some nice luxurious condos and stuff that are going to kind of surround this building. But that looks really nice. I like that. But one thing I don't like these two skyscrapers being aligned with each other. I may move this over like in here somewhere. But where is the question? So yeah, it's not going to fit in any of these blocks without destroying some streets. I'm going to destroy this entire street, and I'm going to move this building right over... I kind of like this tall building here though, but I don't know, we might not have a choice. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. There, that looks a little better. So this kind of acts like as a central tower right in the city. And the first thing that I'm noticing about this looks like, I think it's Canada Place in Toronto. It's like literally the tallest building in Canada. This building kind of looks like that. Next, what else do we have? We have the Eddie Cavanago. Created by Matt Crux. What were these created for? I don't know. Is this a mod? Is this from the content creator pack? It must be. Oh, it's not very big. Oh yeah, and it's got a weird shape to it too. Where could we place a building like this? Oh. Maybe something like this? Kind of looks like the Scientology building. I guess that looks fine there. I kind of ruined the view for these buildings. Or would it look better? Would it look better like here? Yeah, I think I like it there better. Yep, we'll go with that. So, I'm not gonna lie, I did a little bit of work off camera. Well, not really work. I just placed all of these buildings down before doing this episode just to know what they look like. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of this Pinoa Street. The textures are not great in my opinion on this building for whatever reason. Like on all the other buildings, they're fantastic, but on this one, I don't know, like the textures of the building are just pure black, and the building doesn't look the best in my opinion. But this building was fine from what I can remember, the Majesty. Where should we place this one? Because this is quite a large building as well. It fits okay here. And it fits okay here. It actually fits better here, I find. Or maybe I will place it down right there. And then I'll get rid of all the surrounding buildings, and then we can maybe have like a nice park or something that surrounds it. because it does look very unique. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have next? Let's just go through all of these buildings. Now, a lot of these aren't high rises. They're all sort of like science centers and all sorts of cool buildings. I may get into that later once we have downtown more built up. But yeah, some of these are definitely really cool. Television studio, this would be quite unique. Does this give any advantages? It has quite the description. Yeah, I think it's all subjective. But let's place this down. Like right there. Right near downtown. And then, yeah, so I'm going to hold off a lot of the science buildings. What we have here, too, we have a couple of large malls. Some shopping centers. I think these two are quite similar. I think they're the same size and everything. But where can we place one of these down? Oh, maybe here. Over here looks like it might be a good spot. Oh yeah. That looks really nice. Land value is going to be so crazy here too, once we have all of these buildings placed. This is going to raise land value. It's going to promote tourism. The only thing that it might have a negative impact is traffic-wise. It's probably going to cause a lot of traffic issues, you know, just from the sheer amount of tourists that are coming in. The Sea and Sky skyscraper. Yeah, this building is kind of modern looking. I may want to have this along the shoreline somewhere, but I'm gonna hold off. And one thing I have to say too is like this entire block here is probably gonna change because, like I was saying, this whole shoreline is gonna be a collection of like fishing piers. I'm gonna have a large cruise ship pier here. So maybe I'll replace this with something. I was thinking maybe a stadium would go here. The only reason why I really placed this down was to boost population in one of the earlier episodes. So it doesn't really serve a purpose, and I don't really like it that much too. It's just like a generic grid. But anyway, what is next? Oh yeah, the Theater of Wonders. This is a really nice building too. Maybe we could have this along the shoreline. But for now, I want to concentrate solely on the central business district. We'll get an IT cluster going, which is going to be really cool. Oh, look at that. This fits perfectly in a block. Where should we place it, though? Oh, I can't place it there because the train station's in the way. Oh, no, it's not. Then what's blocking it here? Oh, I think the blocks are not the same size, but it fits here. I'm gonna place it here, and hopefully I like it. I like it, but again, I don't like how these two buildings are right beside each other. I may scooch this building over to this block, like right there. Yeah, that definitely looks better. I know like these two are aligned, but it's not really the end of the world. That's just my OCD, you know. I just don't want everything to look too gritty, and yeah. But I think that's pretty much it in terms of tall buildings. Oh, you have a Space Needle. Oh, it's not very big. Yeah, this would totally give off like a Seattle vibe. Vancouver has a similar tower as well. But where should we place this building? Maybe like right smack dab in the middle of town. Right here, right beside our cultural arts or creative arts. Yeah. Yep, I like it. that's staying there. And then I saw another building too. There's this large skyscraper. This was part of the early game. This was always here. But holy jeez, this is a big chunker of a building too. Where do we even fit this? We'll have to destroy an entire block just to fit this building. Which I'm not really keen on doing, but if it's necessary, I might have to. Unless I move the high school and the elementary school, and then I place it here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or unless I place it more towards this end of town. It's kind of challenging because I have a nice grid going. It's super efficient. Well, maybe not super efficient, but it's efficient enough. Well, maybe over here. If I get rid of this street. Hopefully this works out. And I place this. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. And I can remove these buildings that surround it. And then I might end up rezoning some of these. But yeah, I like that. Might make more sense if I flip this around though. And then the building faces the water. Yeah, that's better. All right, guys. Well, I think we have the basics down. You know, as far as like really tall skyscrapers, I think we have them all down. I was thinking too, later on, I might have to make some room for some historical buildings. Like, look at this. We have an academic library. It's quite a large building, but we should make some space near downtown to have a lot of these unique buildings. They just add a lot of character to town, because of course you have your historical districts in every big city. But like I said, today we're just going to focus on the central business district. What's this? Media broadcast building. This might look kind of cool. Boom. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Fits perfectly within this block too. But oh yeah, luxury hotel. This too was, I think, was part of the base game. I might hold off on this one. This might look a bit better over in this corner, because I feel like this is going to be the luxurious part of town. More over here. It might fit okay, like over here once we redesign this whole thing. I'm going to leave it as is for now. I'm not going to place all of the buildings down just yet. Now, of course, we have our realistic landmarks too. I don't know if I'm going to get into that though. But yeah. So there you have it. There is the basic outline for the skyline. So for the next part of this episode, I'm going to get into something unique as well. I'm going to go into our zoning. And if you check over here, let's get into the IT cluster. We have it unlocked. And so we have it unlocked, and it provides a lot of good perks to the city. Well, so it requires less workers, 50% less workers. It does consume 30% more electricity, but it generates 30% more tax revenue. So this is going to be a highly important area in the city, because it's going to be a large, portion of our revenue. So let's remove a big chunk of this zone, because I want the IT cluster to be concentrated to the central part of town. So maybe let's remove, let's make like a sort of outline for the central business district, and within the central business district will be the IT cluster. So we can make it maybe from here all the way over to... I don't want to make it too big as well. No. Has to be more concentrated because I want the skyline to be very distinctive. So maybe the central business district will be like this. This whole chunk of downtown. And then we'll, oops, fill this in. Go back into our precision brush and lay everything out just like so. And we'll see, we may expand on this zone as well, but yeah. And then let's rename Foggy Park to the Central Business District. Then we'll change this to, do we want to change this to vanilla? Let's do vanilla. And then we can simply go into our office specialization, change this to the IT cluster. And what about policies? There's a whole bunch of policies that we can apply here. I think I have them all unlocked, honestly, but I'm not sure. I may hold off on policies just for now, but let me know down in the comments, guys, which policies we should apply to this area specifically, because I haven't really looked into policies all that much. I don't know if there's any... Do we want to play with taxation, I wonder? Because I already have my tax policies set, or my tax levels, I should say. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think. If there's any policies that would really help out this area in one way or another. But for now, I won't be applying any policies, and we're just going to run with this. So the next thing I want to do is de-zone a lot of these blocks. Maybe not a lot of them, but I want to zone them more appropriately. Because one thing, of course, I brought this up in one of the previous episodes. One of the biggest reasons why I'm getting a lot of noise complaints in town was simply due to the fact that I have a lot of residential zones right next to high density commercial zones, which is not ideal. You really don't want that. But that can be alleviated by simply creating a buffer zone with some offices. I don't know. Should I move these schools? I think I should move these schools. Not far. I'm just going to scooch them over to this part. Oh, look at that. They fit perfectly right over here. And this cemetery, I think it's fine there. I was planning on moving it, but it's probably okay there. But the main thing for me was just moving a lot of the residential zones away from the commercial zones. Oh, here's what I'll do. I'll create a residential sandwich. Something like that. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but we'll see. There, so we got a lot of offices. Hopefully the offices are going to play a little bit more nicely than with the commercial. Oh my god, we got some low density commercial over here. I'm going to replace that with that. Oh yeah. I'm going to have a street here that I could place down with some more offices. Well, now the next thing is just to hit play and watch our population drop a couple thousand. Look at that, down Almost 3,000 people instantly. That is crazy, but with all of the residential skyscrapers, oh my god, did they just like instantly level up a lot of these residential buildings? I think so. I think that was all from removing the oh my god, I can't speak, the high density commercial. And look at that, we already have some high-tech industry coming up, or high-tech offices, I should say. We got a really tall skyscraper over here, another one over here. Awesome, and these are gonna look so good too, mixed in with these super tall, unique buildings. It just creates some variation within the, oh my god, look at these buildings. Woo! That looks awesome. And I should mention too, what I plan on doing, so one thing that kind of bothers me about these neighborhoods is just the sheer density of skyscrapers. Now this, it may be found in like Toronto or Vancouver or like, you know, a lot of the bigger cities. I don't know why I'm just naming Canadian cities, but in this setting, I'm not sure I want that. Like, see right here we have just a lineup of skyscrapers. I feel like there should be maybe one skyscraper here and then a couple of lower density buildings and then another skyscraper. Like, I don't want this to look too much like Hong Kong kind of thing is what I'm saying. So I may take some time to just plow through some of these buildings and keep the ones I like. Because there is quite a bit of buildings that I do like. Which one did I see a little early? Yeah, so like this building, for example, this looks very Vancouver-esque. You know, I like this building. I'm actually going to mark it as historical. And some of these buildings I don't like as much. Like these, for example, these look too modern. Like these are, it looks like something that should be on the moon, you know, in a moon base kind of thing. So I don't know. I might take some time off camera to just go through downtown and remove any buildings that I don't like and then keep some that I do like. And basically what I want to do is create like a nice transition from all this, you know, low density suburban areas up to, you know, our super tall skyscrapers. But yeah, I'm gonna do that off camera probably. But anyways, what do you think so far, guys? What do you think about our IT cluster? I mean, I know it's still early on. A lot of zones are still vacant, but what do you think of the idea of this? You know, with all of our unique buildings, and I think this looks really cool because we definitely have a beautiful skyline in place now. And like I was saying, a lot of these areas are going to change as well. Like for example, if I check here back in my unique buildings, let's see if I can find it. There was like a grand library or something. Yeah, an academic library. Like just look how massive this building is in terms of space that it requires. So we're gonna have to kind of shy away from our grid pattern in wherever I decide to place this building. But that's okay. We have a lot of room. Like over here, it's all low density residential and stuff. So we'll get into that another day. I still have some residential buildings complaining of noise. Perhaps in these cases, if I place down like some tree-lined roads, I'm wondering if that'll help. It might. I should honestly plop down some one-ways. Yeah, that'll definitely make them happy. Man, I'm loving this city. This looks so cool. Just needs a little bit of polishing, that's all. I really like this library. I feel like I should place it down somewhere. I'm gonna pause the game. Start by turning off anarchy. And let's, oh, look at that. I might have room over here. Look at that. This is probably gonna occupy an entire block, but we just have to move the high school just across the street. Right there. Oh shoot, we have to move a few other things. Like this plaza with trees. There's somewhere downtown where this would look nice. I feel like there's a little bit of an absence of parks. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna place this over here for now, just so it's out of the way. I should leave some room for a city park. Maybe I should clear like a big chunk of these buildings somewhere. Maybe like right here, and then build a nice city park. That would even increase our land value even more. And we have a dog park, it looks like, which I think I'm just gonna move across the street right over here, just, you know, so we don't affect land value too much. And then, oh my god, we have an elementary school too, which I think is the last thing in the way. And I'll place it right here. All right, now do we have room? We do indeed. Boom. Wow, this building looks awesome. Oh, it's right by the rail station too. Perfect. This is about to get a lot more used, I think, because this draws in, I don't know how many tourists, but probably quite a bit. Because, you know, we need a mixture of historical buildings too within the city. But yeah, I'm loving that. Yeah, so for the city park, let's take a look. Where can I have a nice city park that takes up a decent chunk of the city, but not too much? I'm eyeing like this right here. Should I? All right, I'm doing it, guys. Should we have it just this block? Or should we have it all the way to the main street? I'm thinking let's do it all the way to the main street. Let's go big or go home. Bam. Oh man, that's gonna look so cool. There, so this whole block here that I just destroyed, this is gonna become a nice city park. Perfect. And I feel like there should be some offices just kind of intertwined here. Is this still in the IT cluster zone? Yes, it is. I very much dislike these buildings. I mean, they're cool, they're modern looking, but they're not the prettiest. There, let's have a couple more IT cluster buildings. Let's remove these 1x1 buildings. We have one more IT cluster skyscraper here, and then I'm going to de-zone all of this so we don't have anything growing back. And there you have it. Over here, maybe let's have some mixed zonage. So some residential. Actually, hold on. I want to create a buffer zone. So we'll have all of this residential, and then we'll have some offices as a buffer, maybe just like one building wide, and then some high density commercial. There we go. I think that's the right way to do it. And then here in this long strip, I'm just gonna build a park. I don't know what I'm gonna do here yet. There's not a lot of room to build a city park, so I might just make like a little custom park with some trails or some paths and whatever. I'd like to maybe get into that next episode though. Let's just stick to, you know, creating all of our downtown zones for now. In the next episode, we'll get into some more detailing perhaps. We'll just do whatever needs to get done. But man, am I ever loving this area. This is so cool. Is there anything else we can place down? Of course, we're gonna have an expo center, science center, an aquarium. Now, these are super large buildings too. We're gonna have to figure out where these go. But we have tons of room. We have tons and tons of room. But oh my god, we have a ton of people complaining of noise. Let's go see what's going on here. Actually, you know what? Let's check our noise levels, shall we? Where is the noise? Oh, right here. Oh, you know why they're complaining, I bet. Yeah, it's definitely because of these unique buildings, because they draw in so many tourists. See, these buildings here are probably not the best place to have residential skyscrapers. We might be forced to replace these, unfortunately. Let's just have some more IT cluster buildings. Or maybe just some mixed use. Some commercial, along with some more offices. There. I think I'm probably fine with that. Over here might be just a question of density, you know, because like, you know, skyscrapers everywhere, and there's a treed street. Anyway, this banner isn't red, so just a minor inconvenience at this point. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I feel like we've done a ton of progress, it looks like. Oh my god, we have a ton of people complaining of noise, but like I said, this is all going to change. Yeah, but anyways, I really hope you'll like this episode, guys. Oh my god. Got some more people complaining of noise. Oh my god, it never ends. Can't please everybody. Well, whoever we can't please, we just force to move out of the city. Simple solution. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it as is for now. Next episode, we'll get into some detailing. So I'd like to maybe get this park done, maybe fill in some of the empty spaces around downtown, get this nice empty strip filled in. But that's going to do it for now. Oh yeah, and I got to check over at our campus, seeing how that's doing. So we're still on level 1. We still have very little students, but you know, we just lost 5,000 people in town, and it looks like we just got an academic works done. Is that what that was? Oh, maybe we just won a game of something. Yeah, that must be what it is. Yeah, but anyways, as our population goes back up, I'm hoping that our students will start to rise as well. A lot of people commented that I can turn off some university buildings and stuff, like the regular default university. I kind of want to avoid that. I'd rather just leave everything on and have this campus expand, you know, naturally. Oh my god, these guys are complaining. Stop complaining. Oh. Okay, well, they stopped complaining. So that's what we'll get into next episode. I thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until the next episode, everyone, take care.